Thanks, Sophie. You're watching South East Today. Our top story tonight: hospital delays and missed opportunities before the death of a Sussex woman whose brother was killed in the Shoreham airshow disaster. And the pumpkin patch pups all dressed up for Halloween. Hello, I'm Ellie Crisell. Months of delays in hospital treatment caused missed opportunities to diagnose a rare heart condition before the death of a woman from Sussex, an inquest has concluded. Louise Schilt died following treatment to drain fluid from her chest last year. Her parents found her on the floor of the family home in Patcham after they'd returned from visiting their son's grave. Louise's brother Jacob was killed in the Shoreham air crash in 2015. Piers Hopkirk reports.
For the Schilt family, this was an unimaginable second tragedy. Louise was 34. An inquest heard she'd suffered a rare reaction to a medical procedure to drain fluid from her chest, the result of a rare undiagnosed heart condition called constrictive pericarditis. The inquest heard there had been lengthy delays in her diagnosis and treatment through University Hospitals Sussex. That meant her condition was never fully determined or treated. Her parents say lessons must be learned.
The Trust are saying that they've already taken on board lessons from Louise's case, so we really hope that that is true and that they are true to their word in that.
So yes, of course, lessons must be learned and so on, but I'm sceptical as to whether they really will be.
Louise first became unwell in December 2021. She wasn't seen by a cardiac consultant, though, until June 2022, who arranged an MRI scan. That, though, didn't happen until February 2023, 8 months later. The target time is 6 weeks. It's feared delays in diagnosis and treatment allowed her condition to deteriorate. A cardiac professor told the inquest she should have been admitted into hospital, but never was. Recording a narrative conclusion, the coroner Penelope Schofield said there had been a number of missed opportunities to escalate Louise's care. She said she died before she was able to be given any definitive treatment. Her parents said this is how they wanted Louise to be remembered.
As a kind, generous, loving young woman that she was, and she was so devoted to her family and friends, and just such a generous spirit that that's how she was. She loved animals and she connected with animals so brilliantly. She just was a selfless person.
University Hospitals Sussex apologised to the Schilts, saying they've made changes which have significantly reduced waiting times for specialist investigations and treatments. The coroner too offered her condolences. She conducted the inquest into the death of their son Jacob, killed in the Shoreham air crash. She told them, "I do not know how the world can be so cruel to one family." Piers Hopkirk, BBC South East Today, Horsham.
The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, has called the idea of assisted dying dangerous. The head of the Church of England suggests it would lead more people feeling compelled to have their life medically ended. He spoke out as a new bill was introduced in Parliament today, which could give terminally ill adults the right to end their lives.
I think this approach is both dangerous and sets us in a direction which is even more dangerous than in every other place where it's been done, has led to a slippery slope.
A man in his 20s has died in a collision on the M20 in North Kent. The eastbound carriageway has been closed throughout the day between Junction 1 at Swanley and Junction 3 near Addington, but reopened this evening. Police are appealing for witnesses and dashcam footage. Officers have also been carrying out investigations in Tunbridge Road in Maidstone this afternoon after a 3-year-old was hit by a car. The child has been airlifted to hospital in London with serious injuries. A Sussex schoolboy has spent the day in Westminster lobbying MPs for greater support for deaf children across the UK. 13-year-old Sam from Eastbourne says he's been able to thrive thanks to auditory therapy, but only 1 in 10 deaf children receive the support they need because of a severe shortage of therapists.
Hoping to get more people able to access auditory verbal therapy, because for people who can't, it can be difficult with communication.
And finally, if you think pumpkin patches are just for kids, you're barking up the wrong tree, because today at Tully's farm near Crawley, it wasn't so much Halloween as Howloween, with a special day for dogs and their owners to celebrate in costume. Bloodhounds, golden retrievers and petrifying pugs all got dressed up for tricks and treats as part of the farm's annual pumpkin festival.
So this is Pepper. She's 5 months old. She's a miniature dachshund. This is her first Halloween. So we figured if we get her dressed up now, then she's going to put up with my nonsense for years to come.
It's just going to become like a yearly tradition now to book in on the dog day and just bring them along and have a bit of fun, dress them up.
I think it's absolute madness, but it's a bit of fun and we love it.
Time now for a look at the weather. Here's Nina Ridge.
Tonight's rain is going to clear away, so through the day tomorrow it will brighten up once again. Temperatures not quite as high as they've been through the day today, but still above average for the time of year. The rain is likely to be quite heavy for a time, but in towards the early hours it does ease off, leaving us with pretty cloudy skies as we start tomorrow morning. A rather murky beginning to the day, but temperatures of around about 14 to 15 degrees. Through the morning the cloud will thin, lift and break, and we'll have a brighter afternoon. Temperatures reaching highs of 17 to 18 degrees. And then as we look to the forecast for the end of the week, Friday is also set to be dry with some sunny spells, possibly a few showers to start the day on Saturday as temperatures return to nearer average.
Well, that's it from the late team. Juliet Parkin is back in the morning. Good night.